Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday's meditation with me, Jill Pulowski, over here at Vitalia in Strongsville, Ohio. Glad to see everyone here today. And today we're going to talk about something that we all deal with. I hear this a lot from my residents at Strongsville in particular, that they deal with a lot of anxiety. I know in my personal life, I dealt with anxiety. I'm actually a specialist when it comes to teaching yoga for anxiety and depression. I specialized in that and taught ways to kind of cure yourself from that using breathing and meditation and yoga and all of these things to kind of clear our minds, because that's usually where it starts. It starts up here, all those crazy thoughts that we have, and then it causes all these other symptoms that we feel we can't control. So we're going to talk about and meditate on our anxieties today. They are ever changing. They are ever green. They don't go away. They live forever, I feel. But there's a way to get through them. There's always a way to get through everything. So if you have ever dealt with anxiety in your life, whether it's maybe just a little, fear of driving on a highway or heights or being on a roller coaster, and those anxieties that come and go in a situation, that's situational anxiety, or if it's something more present every day, where you just have this uncontrollable feeling of doom or anxiousness or fear of what ifs, that's normal. This generalized anxiety where we can't really figure out where it's coming from, but we know that it exists. And sometimes it's even worse. We're having these full-blown panic attacks where our heart's racing and we feel like we're having a heart attack, or worse, when we can't breathe, and many symptoms. So today we will kind of punch out anxiety and see how we can use meditation and breathing and even movement to get through some of that. So a lot of times anxiety comes from a place in our mind where we're just holding on to things, or we have a certain type of personality where we feel like we have to be perfect, or we're people pleasers. And when things don't happen the way that we plan or the way we want them to go, that's when that anxiety sets in. Oh no, I'm not doing this right. I'm doing it wrong. People are going to be mad at me. I can't control it. I can't control it. I can't control it. So we want to try to clear the mind of those thoughts, and knowing that there is no perfection in anything in our lives. There's no perfect way to do something. There's no perfect life. We all face different things where we mess up. Things go crazy. We're not perfect people. The people that we love aren't perfect. The people we work with aren't perfect. The people we live around are perfect. If we were all perfect, it would be a very boring world. So mistakes are just lessons that we can learn from. So let's move into some movement, try to get some of that stagnant energy out of our bodies, and then we will move into that meditation, kind of focusing on the anxieties that we face in our lives and seeing how we can knock them out in different ways. Okay? All right, let's sit up tall in our chair. Find that nice posture, stacking your head over your heart and your heart over your hips, that nice alignment from the crown of your head to the seat of your pants. Feet are flat on the floor. Arms are relaxed, legs are relaxed. And take a moment to just notice your body, notice your breath. So in just a moment of stillness, you might feel some anxiety. I know when I was having anxiety and panic attacks, they would kind of come out of nowhere. I would be watching TV, felt relaxed, under no kind of stress at all, and that's when they would happen, with no warning, with no real trigger to make them become present. So just kind of notice what your body's feeling today. If you're feeling anxious, sometimes you feel that little trembling inside. Maybe it's harder to breathe. Maybe we're just taking very shallow breaths. Or we feel like we're struggling to breathe. Just notice the body, notice the breath. That's all we're doing right now. And then start to take those deep breaths. So really focusing just on your breathing, trying to let go of what we're feeling in the physical body. So feel the inhale, fill all the way up, and then slowly empty. Maybe to take the chatter out of the mind, we even count the breath. So breathing in 1, 2, 3 in your mind, and breathing out 1, 2, 3. Breathing in, count in your mind. Breathing out, count in your mind. Good. Let's take 3 more like that. Breathe in, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Last one. Good breath. Fill all the way up. And exhale. 1, 2, 3. Good. Come back to that natural breath, breathing in and out, and notice if any of that trembling or anxious feelings in the body have gone away just by paying attention to the breath. Good. Let's keep breathing. And we're going to bring our arms up in front of us and make a fist. So imagine that anxiety in front of you. And we don't like it. We want it to leave our lives. We want it to get away from us. And we're just going to take some movement to kind of punch it away. So we're going to take an inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to bring one arm forward and then inhale. Good. We're going to keep with one arm first. So inhale, exhale, punch. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So moving that joint, but also thinking about visualizing maybe some anxiety and letting it be punched in the face. Get out of here. Good. We're moving the shoulder, we're moving the elbow, we're also moving the wrist. So if the hand is kind of pulling back and then twisting forward, we've got some movement in that whole arm. All right, let's switch sides. Remember, inhale it up, exhale when you punch out. Inhale, exhale. When you exhale, you're releasing. When you exhale, you're punching. When you exhale, you're letting go. All right, one more time on this side. And then we're going to double time it. So the breath is going to change. It's going to be inhale, exhale. We're using both arms now. And start to feel strength, whether it's internally in your mind, we feel stronger mentally, or just physically in the arms. Maybe the lungs are feeling stronger because they're taking in more oxygen. Good. 2 more times each side. Punch, punch, get it out, get it out. And then bring both arms in. Let's shake those arms out. Let it go, let it go, let it go. All right, let's bring our arms to our lap or to our chairs. Take a deep breath in and slowly breathe out. And now let's relax. So get in your chair, keep your feet flat on the floor, but we're going to lose that perfect posture. And we're just going to lean back so the back of our body is supported by the backs of our chair. The arms are going to rest. You can feel the buttocks, the backs of the legs resting on your seat. If your chair is long enough, or if we scooch down enough, you can even rest your head on the back of your chair if that feels good. Or you can just stay seated, doesn't really matter, as long as you're feeling comfortable. And then let your eyes close. Let your eyes close gently so we're not crunching the brow or cinching the face. And just let the eyelids come together. Ever so gently, the eyelids come to touch. And as you sit here relaxed in your chair, just listening to my voice, begin to feel the breath relaxing the body deeper and deeper with each inhale and exhale. You feel the breath as it moves into the lungs. And feel the exhale allowing the body to sink deeper into your seat. Breathing in and breathing out. Let your whole body begin to relax. Let your whole body relax. The whole body relax. And as the body becomes so relaxed and still, only allow your mind to do any kind of movement. So let your mind begin to think of one thing that causes you to feel anxiety. Whatever that thing is. It could be stresses within your family. It could be stresses maybe physically in your body, your health. It might just be worry about the future or dwelling thoughts of the past. So in your mind's eye, with the body completely relaxed, and start to see what your anxious thoughts look like. You can see it in the form as a word, or see it in the form as a being. Maybe it's a person, place, or thing that you are seeing in front of you. Maybe it's a situation, something that has happened or you're anticipating to happen. And see that kind of play out in front of your mind. See what it looks like. And as you picture those anxious things, or the things that make you feel anxious, notice any change in the body. Notice any change in the breath. Are those anxious thoughts causing you to breathe differently? Are the anxious thoughts starting to make your body feel tingly, or like you want to move, like you're uncomfortable? Just pay attention. And as you see that anxious thought in front of you, imagine yourself as a superhero, any kind of superhero that you want to be. And you can look at that anxious thought and just watch it disappear. Almost as if it explodes or implodes right in front of your eyes. Once that anxious thought or whatever's causing your anxiety disappears or evaporates, notice the change then in the breath and the body. That anxiety is gone. And then move to the next anxious thought you have. Maybe it's about the world today. Maybe it's about finances. So again, in your mind's eye, picture the next person, place, or thing that is causing these anxious feelings. See it in front of you. Notice the change in the body and the breath as it comes to mind. And then again, with your superpowers, allow it to disappear, disintegrate right in front of your eyes. Poof. Once that anxious thought is gone, feel the body relaxing again. Feel the breath at a more gentle pace. Feel the heart rate normalizing. And continue on with this process with as many things that make you feel anxious. Whatever is causing anxiety in your life. And if it's something that you're not sure of, if you don't know why you're feeling anxious or what's causing these feelings of anxiety, maybe just see a color or a blank space and then watch that color dissolve. Just as a person, place, or thing or scenario is dissolving in your mind. Maybe you feel or see your anxiety as a specific color. Maybe it's bright red, like a warning sign. Maybe it's dark black or brown or dark blue. That color of doom. One by one, we acknowledge our anxieties. We see what makes us feel these feelings. And then for a moment in our mind, we can control those feelings by allowing those anxieties to disappear. Even if it's only for a short while. And the more we practice this disappearing, letting go of our anxious thoughts, the more they will stay away. They won't come back as often. We will learn to allow them to not affect us as they do. So once we're at this point of getting rid of all our anxious thoughts, allow yourself to see yourself standing in front of you. And stand there feeling free and open, maybe with your arms spread out wide. And feel that lightness. Feel the lightness in your heart and the lightness in your mind, the lightness in your breath and the lightness in your body. Maybe you even feel so light that the body begins to feel as if it's floating. Floating or hovering over your chair where you're seated. Or floating as if you were flying free. You feel that freedom and peace in the body and in the mind. And allow yourself to continue this feeling of lightness and floating as if you were just this beautiful soul, free of all of your worry, your doubt. And stay in this moment of feeling freedom. Just allow yourself to be here. And clearing all of those thoughts out of your mind. Knowing that most of the thoughts in our minds that cause us these feelings, we make ourselves. They come from the fear of the unknown. Just like getting into a seat and going up the tracks on a roller coaster, and that immediate fear of not knowing what's going to happen or what could happen. And that's where that fear comes from. That's where that anxiety comes from. The fear of the unknown. And not being able to control the situation that you're in. Instead of just saying, Jesus, take the wheel, and enjoying the moment and trusting and having faith that everything will be okay and that there is nothing to fear. And if a situation does come out of something that we are fearful of, we will deal with it when the time comes, instead of dwelling in that fear and anxiety that shuts us down from enjoying our lives. You'll feel that freedom where there is nothing holding you back. Your body is free. Your mind is free from anxiety and fear. Your mind is free from all thoughts of worry and doubt. There is freedom within you. There is freedom all around you. Just allow yourself to breathe. With the mind remaining still, begin to invite in some soft, gentle movement of the body, wiggling your fingers to wake up your hands, wiggling the toes inside of your shoes to wake up your feet, rocking your head gently from side to side to wake up the head and the neck. And then very slowly beginning to open the eyes here again in this space where we all are. As we come back to this moment, take a deep breath in. Fill all the way up. Breathe into the throat, breathe into the mind. All that space that we created, and then let it all go. Anything that still remains. And come back to your natural breath. Anxiety is very tricky. Sometimes it can take over our entire lives. There are some people who have such horrible anxiety that they can't leave their homes. They can't be in public places. They can't be around people. And their life is sad and lonely. And it all is because of these thoughts in our minds. When we sit and we keep thinking and thinking and thinking, and the thoughts become worse and worse and worse. And we are creating this suffering in the mind, instead of sitting back and thinking how silly it is to be so fearful, or to worry, or to not trust, and to not have faith, instead of taking those chances and living our life to the fullest. And then just dealing with the bad as it comes to us. Most of the times the bad won't come like we think it will. As you move into your week, try to think those good thoughts. Let anxiety leave your mind. And if you see it creeping up, give it a punch. Watch it dissolve. Throw something at it so it disintegrates. And come back to the thoughts of, it'll be okay. And this too will pass. And life is worth living. Thank you all for joining me today. Hopefully we were able to get rid of some of those anxious thoughts in your mind as you woke up today, with maybe some lingering ones. And as you move through the rest of the day, remember that at any time you are in control of your mind, whether you think you are or you're not. Control your thoughts, your life will change. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next week.